What happens when the loudest voice in sports media crosses the most powerful man in basketball? You don't just get a debate, you get a media firestorm, legacy on the line, and friendships tested under the spotlight. It started small. A few words, a pointed comment, and suddenly the line between sports criticism and personal attack blurred. This isn't just a story about LeBron James. It's about what happens when loyalty, family, and public image collide on the biggest stage, in sports. And the man holding the mic? Stephen A. Smith. Let's rewind the clock. Stephen A. Smith has built an empire on hot takes and high-volume opinions, but this one hit different. In early 2025, during a heated segment on First Take, Stephen questioned whether LeBron James had pulled strings to get his son, Bronny James, into the NBA. Drafted 55th overall by the Lakers, Bronny entered the league under intense scrutiny, and Stephen didn't hold back. "If he's on that court wearing purple and gold," Stephen snapped, "he's fair game." It was bold, blunt, brutal, but for LeBron it crossed a line. Because to Stephen, it was just another opinion. To LeBron, it was personal. LeBron didn't tweet. He didn't post a story. He walked up to Stephen A. Smith face-to-face, on camera, during a taping of Gil's Arena. Calm, collected, but unmistakably firm, LeBron made his message crystal clear. "You can talk basketball, but don't come for my family." The moment went viral. But it wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. Because when the king steps up, the world watches. That confrontation wasn't just about setting boundaries, it was about changing the narrative. It was a father protecting his son, a legend reminding the world that even icons have lines that can't be crossed. The next voice in the storm, Dwyane Wade. Not with fire, but with facts. In a sit-down interview with Carmelo Anthony, Wade said what many were thinking. "If I was in Bron's shoes, I would have done the exact same thing." Wade wasn't just defending a friend. He was standing up for fatherhood, loyalty, and something deeper than basketball. Behind the scenes, he and Stephen A. reportedly exchanged private messages. Wade didn't drag him online, but he didn't back down either. And just like that, this wasn't a two-man standoff anymore. Wade's words echoed like a veteran's final buzzer beater, sharp, precise, and hard to ignore. In that moment, the friendship between Wade and LeBron wasn't just visible, it was undeniable. Social media lit up. Fans picked apart every quote, every clip. Memes exploded. TikTok joked, "Stephen A. been defending himself longer than Bronny's been in the league." But it wasn't just fans talking. Draymond Green called out Stephen A. for making it personal. Shannon Sharpe warned about the dangers of attacking someone's fatherhood. Even Carmelo Anthony said LeBron's confrontation was a sign of respect. He don't walk up on nobody. That meant he felt you. NBA locker rooms buzzed. Group chats lit up. And just like that, the narrative shifted from sports commentary to a cultural reckoning. The media wasn't just talking about basketball anymore. They were reckoning with boundaries. In a high-stakes game against the Bucks, Bronny James delivered 17 points in 30 minutes, his best performance yet. No tweets, no drama, just buckets. Even Stephen A. had to admit it. "I saw an elevation in his confidence and poise." The kid, who had been the center of controversy without ever saying a word, had finally spoken, in the language of performance. And the league noticed. Bronny's breakout didn't just silence critics. It put the spotlight where it belonged, on the court. And in that moment, the youngest James reminded everyone why he deserved to be there. The same night LeBron confronted Stephen A., ESPN was quietly celebrating Stephen's massive new contract. The biggest deal in on-air personality history. Coincidence? Maybe. But insiders say ESPN producers urged Stephen to cool things off. Didn't. Instead, he doubled down. Again and again. From First Take to his own podcast, Stephen repeated his defense. "I never disrespected Bronny James," he insisted, and that's when fans started turning. One viral comment put it best. "Didn't you already say this like 3 times?" Others asked the question everyone was thinking. Is Steven protecting his opinion or milking the moment for airtime? J.J. Redick said it bluntly. At some point, it stops being journalism and starts being performance. Wade echoed that, saying, "This ain't about basketball anymore, it's about dignity." And LeBron? Still silent, still watching, still holding the court while others filled the airwaves. This isn't just a media beef, it's a cultural moment. LeBron wasn't defending just a rookie, he was defending what it means to be a black father in the spotlight, a protector, a legacy builder. "You've got the loudest mic," Wade told Steven. So when LeBron actually walked up to you, that was respect. Even Kendrick Perkins chimed in. There's a fine line between critique and character judgment, and that's the line Steven crossed. This is the intersection where sports, media, race, and identity meet. And for once, it's not about the scoreboard. It's about who controls the story. The NBA playoffs are heating up. Bronny's development is accelerating. LeBron is staying steady. But Steven, he's still talking. Maybe this feud is real. Maybe it's ratings. But the tension, that's undeniable. Will ESPN step in? Will Bronny continue to silence critics on the court? Will LeBron finally speak again? Or will silence remain his sharpest weapon? Because right now, it's not just about who's louder, it's about who's right. And that's a fight that doesn't end on the court. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let us know. Did Wade say what needed to be said? Or is Steven A, just getting started? Stay tuned. Because the war between legacy and loudness, it's far from over.